Dear students, today we are going to start the new chapter, Unit 8, Wind, Storms and Cyclones. So to understand about wind, storms and cyclones, you have to understand some of the important properties of air. First property is that air exerts pressure. To understand that, we are going to conduct an activity. Here I have kept a bottle, empty bottle, and into this bottle I am going to pour some hot water, boiled water, right? Into this bottle I am going to pour some boiled water, and it should be half filled. The bottle should be half filled. Then I should keep this for few seconds. Why? When I pour water, boiled water into this bottle, the upper part above the water level was filled with the air. Now that air is pushed out and the upper part will be completely filled by water vapor, steam of the hot water. Now it is fully hot water, the steam of the hot water or water vapor is filled above the water level. Now I am going to close the cap. After closing the cap, now I am going to pour some cold water over it, right? See what happens to this bottle when the air inside the bottle cools. Let's see what happens. Now the shape of the bottle has been changed. The bottle crumbled. I will show it what happened now. Look at this bottle. Shape of the bottle. The bottle has been crumbled, deformed. Why it happened so? Inside the bottle initially there was water vapor above the water level. When I poured cold water over this bottle, the water vapor inside cooled and the pressure inside become less. And outside the bottle in air there is high pressure. This high pressure of the atmospheric air is compressing this bottle, and this bottle deformed. The bottle crumbled into this shape. So this activity shows that air has pressure and air exerts pressure. Here inside, when the air pressure reduced, the outside air crushed this bottle into this shape. This activity shows that air exerts pressure. Next property of air is that high speed wind is always associated with low pressure region. I will show you an activity right now. Okay, I have with me a piece of paper here, strip of paper. This is to show that high speed wind is accompanied by low pressure region. When I blow over this paper, what happens? See, instead of going down, the paper comes down. What's the reason? When I blow over this paper, the wind is moving with the high speed. A high speed wind is always accompanied by low pressure region. That means above this paper there will be a region of low pressure. Naturally, the pressure below this paper will be high. This high pressure will be pushing the paper up. That is why the paper goes up when I blow over this paper. Once again, I will show that. See, and the same reason we can explain why tin sheets of houses and roofs are flying away. When wind blows over the roof of a house, there will be a low pressure region created above the roof. So below the roof there will be a high pressure. This high pressure will push the roof upward and the roof will fly away. That's why when the wind blows, storm blows, the roofs of houses, tiles and sheets are flying away. Right. So this activity shows that high speed wind is accompanied by low pressure region. The third property of air is that air when heated expands and rises up. So I will be coming up with an activity just now. The next property of air is that hot air rises up. As you see here, two paper cups are inverted and tied to a stick. This is balanced. These two cups are balanced now. Now, I have a candle here. When I show this candle here, see what happens. What happens here? This paper cup is risen up. The other one comes down. Why? What is the reason? Why when I show this candle here, the paper cup goes up? The reason is that when I hold this candle below this paper cup, the air above this candle gets heated and the hot air rises up. This rising air is lifting this paper cup. See here. This activity shows that when air gets heated, the hot air expands and rises up. This is another property of air. Right? Now, we will come to know why the wind is formed. What's the reason behind the wind generation? I will explain now. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the cause of wind generation, how wind is created. When you come to know how wind is created, wind is generated, it will be easy for you to study the formation of cyclones and storms. So first we discuss about how the wind is created or wind is generated. For that we need to study about some of these aspects. Here you see the world map. This is the 0° latitude, that is the equator. Near the equator, as you know, it is very hot. You have studied earlier. And this region will be very hot as the sunlight reaches here directly. When we move upwards, we can see here 30° latitude, because that is the northern part of India and some part of China. Many other countries are seen here. This 30° is closer to polar region. That means 30° latitude is colder than the equatorial region. Therefore, the air above the equatorial region will get heated and rise up. That means there will be a low pressure region created above the equatorial region, whereas the 30° latitude will be colder as it is closer to polar region. Now, from here the cold wind blows towards the equatorial region. From the 30° latitude region, cold wind blows towards the equatorial region. Now let us take two other cases. 30° is colder, but you consider the 60° latitude. It is all the countries in this region belong to polar region. It's extremely cold. So 60° latitude is more colder than 30°. Therefore, this area will be having high pressure. This high pressure air will be moving towards comparatively low pressure region at 30° latitude. So wind blows from polar region 60° latitude towards 30° latitude. In the same way, from below this 0° latitude, from 30°, the wind is blowing towards 0°. And again from this 60° latitude, the wind will be blowing towards 30° latitude. That means when you consider the whole land, the global land, the world, there will be uneven heating. Equatorial region will be more hotter, 30° will be comparatively equatorial region, it is colder. Polar region will be still colder, so there will be wind blowing in these sections because of the difference in heating. So this is what is called uneven heating on the land. Because of the uneven heating, the wind is blowing. So the second reason is that uneven heating between the land and the sea. As you know, during the summer season, peak of summer season, April and May, the land will be very hot. Consider the case of India. The Indian subcontinent will be very hot during the peak of the summer. Then the land will be hot, air will be hot, this hot air rises up and there will be a low pressure created above India. Then the sea will be cool during this season. So cool air from the sea blows into the hot land. That means this kind of wind is called monsoon wind. And monsoon wind brings lot of water vapor and it rains. This rain that occur in the beginning of June is called monsoon wind. So monsoon occurs during the peak of the summer season. This is because during the summer season the land will be extremely hot and the hot air above the land will be rising up. Then from the sea cool air blowing into this land, and this cool air blowing from the sea to the land during this season is called the monsoon wind. And the monsoon wind brings lot of water vapor and it rains. This rain season is called the monsoon season or monsoon. This is how the monsoon occur in India. In India, the monsoon comes first in Kerala and then moves towards the northern parts. And at the end of this this rainy season, monsoon season, by November, the reverse process occurs. That means when the land is cool, sea will be hotter. Then from the cool land, the wind blows into the sea. Reverse process. This is called the retreat of monsoon. During this process also, a lot of water vapor will be carried by this wind and it rains as we get now. This is called the retreat of monsoon. We are experiencing now in Kerala. Right. This is what is about the creation of wind and the monsoon wind. So about the storm and the cyclone, I will discuss you later in the next class. Thank you.